Making sure that I include my students' cultures and family traditions is very important. I am going to make sure to have my students on the first day of school, or the first week of school at some point, do a cultural frame, which is where my students will create a frame and list three things within the frame visually or just in a colorful way, just something visually appealing, to state three things of their culture or that regard to their family traditions or something, and have all my students share that with each other so we can learn a little bit more about each other and our backgrounds and our cultures. I definitely think it's important that I partake in that as well so that my students learn about me and we could build that trust and rapport. Another thing that I want to have a big emphasis on in my classroom is family engagement. I want to keep the families engaged with their students and our class. Parent helpers are going to be greatly encouraged, and also I would love to do a sort of bring your parent to school day where they can come in and share about their families and their traditions and just how their family works so we can all get to know each other. I want to create an inclusive classroom environment, so I will have my students do like a monthly or bi-weekly or however it works out, some kind of star student, and they can come up and do a little presentation on their culture or things that interest them. I definitely want all my students to feel included and like we care, and like as a class we want to listen to them and what makes them them. I also think it would be really cool to partner with some outside programs or companies that have to do with my students' cultures or representing them, or maybe some field trips that my students can relate to or connect with. I definitely want to do some community events, maybe out in the community where we can highlight some of my students' cultures as well. And I definitely, again, think it's important to get parents involved in whatever way that I can and have them come in. But the main goal is to have all my students know that they're appreciated for who they are and that our differences make us who we are, and that speaking a different language or doing things differently or having different traditions or celebrating different holidays all make us special, and that should all be celebrated and welcomed in the classroom. So definitely going to have an emphasis on all of this and make sure that I include my students' cultures as much as I can.